With the adoption of GST, a clear roadmap is needed to simplify the indirect tax regime. Why roadmap is needed to simplify the indirect tax regime? What are the concerns of the stakeholders about GST? What are the challenges ahead? GS Paper 3, Indian Economy. What is the context about? In a landmark reform, India today switches to a new indirect tax system, the Goods and Services Tax. The GST subsumes the multiple central, state and local taxes and cesses levied on goods and services, unifying the country into a single market. Thus GST made the business easier, ensuring tax compliance. This will attract investors and more efficiently mop up revenues for the exchequer. And now the central government must work with the states to chart a roadmap to simplify the tax regime. Why roadmap is needed to simplify the indirect tax regime? Currently there are multiple tax rates ranging from 0% to 28%, plus a cess on some products, creating incentives for lobbying and rent-seeking. The GST network, which will digitally capture billions of transactions daily, was not able to test its software in advance. There is concern about the preparedness of intermediaries mandated to help businesses transition to the completely electronic compliance system. The bureaucracy visibly anxious about several aspects of the GST's operational and legal framework. The date for businesses to file the first GST returns has been deferred. The coming days therefore could test the system. Thus a roadmap is needed to simplify the indirect tax regime. What are the concerns of the stakeholders about GST? Multiple tax rates have raised apprehensions of businesses and service providers. The absence of adequate physical and electronic infrastructure, which is not yet in place, is a concern for the administration. The structure of the GST has raised a concern among state governments regarding possible revenue losses, once again. Most importantly, the prevailing confusion regarding the items which are covered and which are not, and differential rates of taxation for the same service for different service providers, is a genuine cause of worry for both the consumers as well as the service providers. Example, services offered in restaurants and hotels. What are the challenges ahead? Amongst the several transition issues and implementation challenges being faced by the industry are treatment of closing inventory, adherence to anti-profiteering provisions, modification of IT systems to make them GST compliant, intra-branch supply of services, and determining place of supply and location of recipient. The generation of self-invoices and issuance of payment vouchers for purchase from unregistered dealers has added a layer of complexity. There is lack of clarity on determining the intra-branch services transaction with employees, its valuation, and situations in which they have to comply with input service distributor provisions.